Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Violet de Ayala, the founder of FemCity. And for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share all the benefits of the Founders Program. And I'll go through all the benefits. Oh, let me bring her in. I'll go through all the benefits and I'll also share with you ways to get started. And if you have any questions when you're watching the replay, let me know. I do have a new Invisalign try-in today, so I'm hoping that you can understand me. I think so because Marlena and I were talking earlier, and she seemed to understand me. So I'll try to speak a little bit slower as well. So really quick about the Founders Program. It is our premium membership. It is not for everyone because not everyone is looking for that experience. It's definitely more high touch. It is a program that definitely has more community. So if you're looking for a more online community, it's the program for you. If you're looking to expand your business beyond your zip code, then this is the program for you. If you're a coach, a writer, a speaker, a podcast host, if you are looking to mentor, if you're looking to just really create really great friendships that are global, then this is the program for you. It is not for you if you don't want anything online. It is not for you, and I'm saying this to save you time, because if you're watching the replay, you can just hang up. But if you don't like online connection, if you're not looking to expand beyond your zip code, if you're not looking to be featured on any platforms, then this is totally not for you, and you can totally stop watching because it'll save you some time. I'm going to walk you through the portal. I'm a visual person, so I like to see everything. So I'm going to walk you through the portal and show you what all the benefits are. But in essence, it is expanding your reach beyond your zip code. It is also, you work with me every Monday. We have the yummiest group every Monday where we talk about, it's kind of like a roundtable. We talk about what we have going on for the week. It's a really great way to kick off your week. As an example, when we met yesterday, the conversation was how to get clients, like those that say, well, I'm not ready right now, but let's connect in the summer or late summer or the fall. Like, how do you stay engaged with potential clients? So we had a whole conversation about that with really practical tips that everyone can use. And it was a great conversation. We also talked about burnout. We talked about, when we go beyond burnout, how hard it is to go back to the center. So the conversations are a little bit more deep and enriching because we get to know each other more and we see each other more often. So it really does become a group of best friends. That's a very diverse group that's around the world. So we have yesterday we had from our Founders Council, we have someone in Mexico. We have someone who's also in Canada. We have a couple in the United States, and we're looking at doing outreach into Europe and also into Latin America. So that will eventually be more international as well with our outreach. So I'm going to share my screen so we can walk through the different benefits. So I'm going to share so this is the FemCity site. Let me go to the home page. And you can see I'm working on the July classes today. So once you join the FemCity Founders Program, I will email you so we can set up a time to meet. And that's about 20 to 30 minutes. And it's really just me wanting to learn about you because I do get speaking opportunities that I share with that community. I do get PR opportunities. So Madeleine and I were talking about COVID times before we hopped on. And as an example, during the COVID times, GMA, Good Morning America, have reached out and said, hey, do you know anyone who has a creative office space? We'd like to feature women entrepreneurs that have really creative home spaces. And so I opened it up to the Founders Program, and Danielle Woolley, as an example, in our Founders Program, she won. She was featured on Good Morning America, and that was really fun to do. So sometimes I get those opportunities and I share it with our founders because I work with them closely and because they're looking at expanding their reach beyond their zip code. Those PR, those speaking opportunities are those that I share within that group. So when you go into the members portal here on the top right-hand corner, let me shrink this down. You want to make sure you're logged in. And you'll know you're logged in because it'll either say logged in or you can see your dashboard. And by the way, this is your dashboard. This is only for you. On the left-hand side, you can see what kind of membership you have. As you can see, I have every membership because I'm always testing things. If you ever want to edit your membership, if you want to upgrade to the Founders Program, you would do so by just adding it and joining the program here. If you want to downgrade, you would do it here as well. If you want to cancel, which I hope you never do, but I understand things happen, you can just simply click on this button and cancel your membership. We don't do refunds, and often the system will prorate on your behalf. So if you are a business member, let's say you just paid, your $150, but now you're like, oh, I want to join the founders program, it will prorate your amount. So it always works on your behalf. So generally speaking, as an example, if I joined for 150 and I'm going to join the founders, which is on promo in July, so just in 2 weeks, if you can hold out, it'll be on promo for $60 a month. It will prorate. So it probably won't charge you in July because it knows that you just paid into the community. So it knows to go ahead and use that into your benefit. And then if you want to change your email, your passcode, or if you want to change your location, you can easily do it from your dashboard. So once we're logged in, we're going to go to the founders portal. And by the way, the founders, you're a member of all of our chapters. So if you're someone who travels and you're in South Florida, as an example, and you want to attend events in Miami, but you also love Boca del Rey, and you also love the Palm Beach chapter, and you also love the Jupiter chapter, and maybe you make it over to North Orlando to see Carrie, you can join and you can attend any of those chapters as a founders member because it's the elevated premium membership. You have access to all of the chapters, especially if you're traveling. That's a great way to also make friends locally. Once you join the founders, this is your portal. You have a welcome guide here, which I'm going to walk you through now anyway, but if you ever want a reference guide, it's here. Here is your link for your online meetups. So the founders, you have access to the business programs and also the founders programs. And I'll show you what that means in a second. If you're looking for local events, let's say you're traveling and you want to kind of take a look to see what's going on, you can click on this area here and you can search for Philadelphia, or you can search for Toronto, or you can search for Des Moines and see what's going on in those chapters. Every single Monday, we meet for goal setting or roundtable discussions. Every Tuesday, we do office hours with an expert. So our founders rotate that so that there's always a founder on the stage to share her expertise and to mentor the others in the founders program. And then every Wednesday we meet for networking. So it might be a signature FemCity networking format. It could be small support circles where we break out into small breakout rooms of 3 women. It could be coffee chats where we break out into groups of 2, or it could just be another roundtable as well. Sometimes I know starting in July, I'm going to start teaching more specific classes for our founders. So that's probably going to be held on a Wednesday as well. And then every Thursday, we have a creative hour. And this is an opportunity for you to hop on and kind of parallel work with other femmes in the Zoom space. When you're working on your blogs, when you're working on creating content for Instagram, maybe you're working on some pitches. It's almost like you don't want to do it alone. You want to be in the space of somebody else. It's our co-op space, but on Zoom. So you're working side by side in a quiet way, but you're working on your creativity. And we added that program about a couple months ago, and it's really popular. We always meet at 12 p.m. Eastern time. It makes it really easy. We just did a survey last night to see if our founders want to move it to like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. We're going to wait to see what everyone says. But generally speaking, 12 p.m. is when we do all of our things for the founders. And then, of course, you have access to the 1 o'clock p.m. for our business program as well. And then we do this orientation on the 3rd Tuesday of every single month. So if you forget all this, there's always the replay, but you can always then hop on and join me. You also get $50 off of our November conference that we have coming up. So there's access for your code there. And library, you have access to your library. If you do teach a class, you can always send it over to us and we will add it to our library if it's a good fit. So it's another place where we highlight our founders. We also have self-guided worksheets. Founders, definitely create your profile. You want to show up on our public directory. This is a great place. A lot more of our femmes are using this directory to refer business to each other. So I highly recommend you create your directory. And last but not least, every single month, we have a speaker sign up. So this is a great opportunity for those that want to be our Monday mentor. As an example, yesterday, Robin was our mentor. She is a poet and also a professional writer. And she helped yesterday some of our femmes navigate writing better copy for sales. So that circles out every single Monday, and those are always hosted by our founders members. If you are someone who would like to be hosting our office hours, this is the place where you would use to sign up for that. If you would like to teach a class, if you'd like to be on our panel, this is the place. So you click on this button and it will bring up a Google form and you select the options that work best for you. And that's Mondays for mentorships, Tuesdays are office hours, Wednesday is panels, and then we also do Instagram lives, and sometimes we do Facebook lives as well. And upon joining, we also feature you on the blog. So I'll show you that as well. So let me share with you the homepage, because this is a kind of a quick little cheat sheet so you can see what's coming up for the week. I'm going slow because sometimes people get dizzy if I go too fast. Okay. So as you can tell, this says Founder Circle. That means it's just for Founder Circle members. If it says business and founders, it means it's for both, right? Business and founders only. You can kind of see what's coming up during the week, the Founders Creative Hour, the Roundtable, and then this is the Mentorship Monday. So Sophie is one of our founders as well. She actually is kind of like a CMO. She is someone that women hire in order to go ahead and control and handle the marketing of their businesses. So she's going to be leading the mentorship on Monday. She'll be giving advice to those that are looking for marketing guidance. So you can see kind of a snapshot here of what's to come. You don't have to register for any of them because we meet on the same Zoom link. So let's click on Sarah. Sarah is one of our spiritual experts. So let me see. Okay, so it'll just say it's hosted, but it's always on our Zoom. If you have a hard time finding our Zoom, it's always going to be in our founders program here in our portal. It's always the same Zoom link. It should be here. So our Zoom link is always the same. It never changes throughout the entire year. So once you have that in your calendar, you'll never forget it. That. And you'll see at the bottom of our page as well, going slow so you don't get dizzy. So you'll see also in our blog, like she's a founders member, Sarah is also a founders member. So generally speaking, those that are in our blog are founders members or they're sponsors. Shelly is also one of our founders. She helps women get published. She's also an award-winning publisher and she's a best-selling author. So she teaches a lot of our classes, but you'll see all of these are either sponsors of FemCity or they're founders. Like Rhonda is also a founders member as well. So, and then our online classes, we don't have many that founders, it's the summer, but if you teach a class for us, it would be featured here. So you do have that space. And of course, we would share it on Instagram. And anytime a founder teaches a Monday mentorship or Tuesday office hours or anything like that, we always post it on our Instagram as well. Let me see if the Instagram is actually connected. Yeah, so Sarah has been, well, Sarah's also a recipient of one of our grants. So we just featured her as well. So let me stop sharing my screen and see if you guys have any questions for me. Any questions at all? Okay. All right. Oh, go ahead, Donette. So good you're here. You can put it in the chat if you want to. You can unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry, I'm on my phone, so it took a while. So hi. So I sent you an email, but this video comes in good time. I guess I was trying to figure out um in what ways, or if you could give me examples. The dilemma that I'm in, or the what I'm in right now, is wanting to find a group or invest in a group where um I could network and things of that nature, and possibly gain opportunities and also contribute as well. But it's been a while since, it's been a while since I've been connected to FemCity. So it's just like, I'm not sure. Um, so yeah, so I am like in the process of looking for clients and work and things of that nature. And um, I just wanted to know, I guess I'm very curious to know just like how the Founder Circle events are, and yeah, just those questions.
Great. And I'm so
Mhm.
glad that you joined us today. I know we've been messaging each other, and I was traveling for 2 weeks and I just came back, so I probably still have to respond to some emails. So um, I think this would be a good fit for you because you had mentioned that you're looking for online reach and opportunities. And so
Mhm.
what I love about the founders is that we see each other all the time and you get to make friends. And when we make friends with people that are in different circles, it helps us to expand into those circles.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, on Mondays, we do the roundtable. It's from 12 to 12:30. We kind of talk about what we have going on. You're making friends in that space. Tuesday, you have your office hours with founders. And then Wednesday, it's purposeful networking. It's the most popular day in the founders program. So you're constantly, you have 4 days a week. You don't have to do all of them. Also, I don't want you to stress out and be like, oh my gosh, it's so much commitment. You come when you want. You show up when it feels good. Like you don't have to show up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I
Mm-hmm.
would like, I'm a huge ROI person. Whenever I join things, I like my gym, I go every day. I have a beach club that I belong to. I try to go twice a month. So I do try to do those things, but don't feel any stress. But those are all of our conversations are geared toward developing relationships, building referral networks, expanding. Like I just posted yesterday, hey, if you're looking to be on a podcast or if you have a podcast that you're looking for guests, mention it here. And so when we do those activities, it really helps for our members to then contribute and say, I have a podcast, I'm looking for guests, or I need to be on more podcasts, I'm looking to, kind of grow my reach. And so you work together. The coffee chat and the support circle that we do on Wednesdays, those are really powerful because the format is share what you have going on and where you need help. And so we kind of force you to say what you need help with. And then the other femme in that space with you, she's committed to helping you in some way. So it doesn't mean that she's going to buy from you at that moment, but she might say, you know what, I know we just met, but let me follow you on Instagram and I commit to giving you some love throughout the month. So it helps your algorithms. Or I commit to sharing you and connecting you with a friend of mine because she's looking for something like what you do. So the conversations are geared more towards that. It is about building friendships and relationships. It's not high pressure sales. No one's going to be like bullying you or, it's a very yummy space. We have 260 founder members. However, I would say like 50 to 60 are active. Some have been with us for so many years and they come in and out. They join the lifetime, they come in, they come out. But I would say we have around those that kind of are really, really active in this space. And we're looking at growing the program. So it's definitely going to grow more.
Okay, yeah, that's helpful because that's really helpful. And just how you mentioned like that ROI.
Yeah.
I did attend the local coffee meetup, so that was really good because
Which chapter?
um
Palm Beach?
Orlando.
Oh, Orlando. Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to kind of help others and connect with two other people since then. And so, one of them, we're going to keep each other accountable. I do plan to travel more or go outside of the US. So perhaps the founder membership might be the best.
And you know what you can do is wait until it's on promo. It's like in
Mm-hmm.
13 days, it'll be on promo.
Mm-hmm.
Get it for $60 a month. And then try it out for a couple months. You can always cancel. It's a write-off. Any which way, it's a write-off. So you can use that as your tax write-off. But in a couple months, if you're not feeling the vibe, you can always cancel. There's no pressure to keep on. It's not like you have to commit for like 5 years or whatever. But I think you're gonna like it. I think what you're gonna like about it is that you're gonna get access to your Orlando chapter. When you travel, you'll make friends along the way. If you
Mm-hmm.
venture to Miami, you have access to the Miami events, the Palm Beach events, and you also have that really nice, yummy online opportunity where every single day, except for Friday, you have the opportunity to make friends with others that are in other cities around the globe. So I think it's a good fit for you because
Mm-hmm.
looking for all the things that it offers.
Okay. And how much did you say it would be on promotion?
It's $100 regularly a month, but it'll go
Okay.
promo for $60. If you like you're like, I don't want to wait the 2 weeks or whatever you
Mm-hmm.
pay, if you add the coupon code in July, it'll prorate it. So I mean, I would wait just to make it simple. You have only like 14 days
Mm-hmm.
just to wait, and then that way you save $40 a month.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you'll get emails. So I don't like sending out too many emails of like sales stuff. I generally will like do a lot more reminders towards the end of the month because if not, femmes get upset. Like, I didn't know about it. You didn't tell me. So at the end of the month, I'll do like, 3 emails that are just about the promo of the month. But
I
every day on the bottom, you'll see like a promotions, or at the top, you'll see a promotions. And if you go to the website, it'll be on the announcement bar. So you should have some reminders of it being on sale.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I did have a question.
Hi, Marlena.
So yeah, I'm looking at like right now my business is in this place. I've been in business for 12 years and it's just this point where I'm trying to figure out where to go, what to do next, so it's growing your business, what's the next step? And so I think it is an important step to talk about with other people who are in a different place, maybe have been there before, and I would love to be able to mastermind with other people that potentially could have the same business or in other areas that are not competing with me. So that would be great to have some other business members that are in this program.
Yeah, what I find to be really valuable also for me as an outsider, I think the Mondays are really powerful. I mean, so are the Wednesdays, but I also find that because you're listening to what other people are doing and how they're expanding and how they're growing, it inspires you to kind of say, huh, that's interesting that that person's doing that. I wonder how I can apply that into my business. It's a more of an elevated talk. I always tell people, like, it's not that the founders better than the business membership. It's just a different experience. And the conversations are always really elevated because we're all functioning at the level of wanting to expand globally. And so the conversations start from there. They don't ever start like, how do I get one client? It's never just about one client. It's really like, how do I expand so I can serve a million people? So having that conversation in your mind all the time. We have one member who's an architect, and she simply joined just for the conversation, just to be around that vibe and that energy, because it helped to have her elevate and to have her expand. And so I think the value really of the founders is literally that, is making friends with people and having that conversation always more elevated and expansive. And because it's a safe space, like Monday, we had one of our founders members. She's a big, I would say she's a big influencer in the spiritual space. And, she cried a little bit at what she's going through. And so I feel like it's also a safe space for you to share like what's happening, because because we know each other so well, and it's such a close group that they're not going to be going out there and saying, do you know what Violet's sad? Or it's just, we're holding the space and saying, it's okay to cry. We've all been burned out. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what it's like to be burned out and to feel like you're being stretched and to feel like you're serving everyone in the world, but not serving yourself. So even those like holistic, non-business conversations are happening in this space. And I feel like that's it's almost like not a therapy group, but it's just a really good sounding board. And for you to feel like I'm not alone in wanting more, you know?
Right. Well, I love FemCity and what it's done for my life personally. And so I can only think that this is going to elevate my business. And if I can just be a part of those conversations more, I think this is just only going to help my business. So I'm in. I'm in.
Thank you, Madeleine. Well, I look forward to working with you even more so
Yes.
that way, and you'll make lots of friends. There are a lot of other FemCity presidents in that space also, so you'll see a lot. Anna, our Miami president, she's a founders. I think Leslie, our Jupiter, she's also a founders. Beth and Roanoke, Getra, who's now leading Roanoke. Yeah, Toronto, virtual Canada, virtual US. There are so many in that space that you'll recognize.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have 2 more minutes. Any other questions or anything else that you want me to talk about? And I do this again every month. So if you forget all of this, I'm going to add the replay to the website. I'm going to add the replay to YouTube. I'm going to email out the replay tomorrow. So you'll have it, but you can always join me again if you ever want to ask questions. I do it literally every month. So you always have it. Okay. Let me stop recording because I will forget. I can't even find where to stop recording. Yeah, I am recording. I was gonna say, maybe I'm not recording.